towel and dropped it because I don't know what the f is it now.
Look like there's a bucket in his car.
This is the moment cops realized there was a head in the bucket at the crime scene. But little did they know, the entire case would only get more and more horrifying. On the 23rd of February 2023, police visited the apartment of a suspected killer, Taylor Shabiznes. This is where they would quickly find...
Look at her second of business. She was about that fucking business when she was chopping off heads from. Her name's called Shabiznes.
out that she's not only insane, but a complete psychopath.
Nothing. Hey, is this blood? Does this look like blood to you? Or am I just tripping?
Bro, she even left the blood down and everything.
Hey, who did that? Hi, Taylor, how's it going? Officer Russell with the Green Bay Police Department. Taylor, you have one more for your arrest. Put your FBI back with you. Got it.
The cops were searching Taylor's property on a warrant and discovered bloody footprints next to her car and blood literally on her hands. But upon searching her apartment, they found the very thing they had been called to find in the first place: a human head in a bucket, first discovered by the victim's own mother.
Sick.
The police wasted no time in getting her into custody, where one of the most chilling interrogations of all time would begin.
I hate this fucking outfit.
Well, a few hours ago, police were dispatched to an address on Stony Brook that Taylor sells Shad.
Bro, it must be an illness. It suck. She is not.
You know Shad? I know how you know Shad.
He's my ex.
He's your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Well, they found a kind of disturbing stuff at the house there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of blood. Basically Shad's head.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's immediately obvious.
She don't give a fuck. She done that shit with greed. She don't give a fuck. Bro said that's fucked up. Like he didn't fucking do it. Man said, bro, she needs God.
Is how stone-faced and cold Taylor is being. She's showing absolutely no emotion about anything, including the goriest details of the case.
Take her to Nigeria.
Only managing to mutter,
take her to Nigeria,
"That's
there'll be
fucked up," in regards to the severed head. Often
Nigerian people will
psychopaths
fuck
like
you
to
up.
talk up their
You
own
say that to
crimes
them.
as it
You
gives
mad.
them a sense of self-gratification, but we haven't even begun to see exactly how insane she is.
Where's the rest of his body?
It's there, inside the house.
It is in the house?
It's inside his house.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
It's a good question, because I blacked out during that time.
Were you two being intimate, having sex?
It was getting there.
Just getting there. Okay. So will this be considered foreplay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys have done something like this in the past?
About the fuck before she chopped off his head.
Not like that.
Do you use manual strangulation during sex at all?
A manual strangulation? Yes.
Taylor claims that she and Shad were being intimate that night and she'd used a dog chain to choke him.
What the fuck?
Wait,
was the sex that bad you had to kill him? What the fuck did you do? You strangled him to death while you guys were fucking? No, ain't no way. Girls are scary. Fuck that. Imagine you're the pleasure in your girl and she just got, come here, hold this shit. Hold this in your fucking neck, you little shit. Yeah, your dick ain't good. Your dick ain't good.
This wasn't unusual for them, but that evening she just didn't stop until he was almost dead. She also mentions that she'd been smoking meth that night, something that definitely could have contributed to the horrifying events that followed.
Where's your body?
The body's there.
So we're gonna take the head somewhere?
I like that.
You liked it?
She needs God.
So you dismembered the body?
She needs God. Take her to church. Bro said I like their head.
What did you do with
You didn't like his head, the head they was giving you, bro. You want to choke off, you want his actual fucking head. What's wrong with this girl?
They're like, yeah.
Basement, upstairs, downstairs?
Absolutely in the basement. I was gonna bring them. And then, I know I forgot the head. I wanted the head.
Oh.
Did you bring anything with you?
Oh.
It's in the van.
What?
It's in the van.
It turns out that Taylor had not only choked out and beheaded Shad, but also dismembered multiple parts of his body and hidden them throughout the apartment. Just this thought alone is grim, but exactly how is another story entirely.
How did you dismember his body then?
Nice.
With what?
Knives.
Knives? Just more than one knife? Where'd you get those from?
You used 4 different knives to kill someone.
No. It was alright. Bread knife works good.
Bread knife?
A bread knife works good, yeah.
Really?
I had to use what I used, so like, yeah. I got lazy last night, so.
Once Shad was dead, Taylor sawed off his limbs with a blunt bread knife and tossed each individual piece of his body into a black bag the police later found in the basement. But somehow, the most shocking part of all of this is how casually she's talking about it. It's almost as if she doesn't see anything wrong with what she's done. Psychopathic murderers often take pride in their work and enjoy the attention that it brings them. Ted Bundy, for example, was constantly delighted to speak to the press for likely the same reason Taylor is laughing about what she did: narcissism. Taylor is saying that this was an accident, but the joy she's getting out of explaining every tiny detail to the detective implies that while she maybe didn't plan it, she certainly had no issues with what she did. For the next 5 minutes, Taylor describes how she cuddled with his body after killing him and how she used
Killer, needle. Don't even give her the needle. Give her the same experience she gave the other guy. Needle or chop off her head. Take her back to the 1890s. I don't give a fuck. Take her back to the 80s. You slept with his dead body. His dismembered body. You slept with his
parts of his dismembered body, specifically his genitals. We pick the interview back up as she continues
dick wasn't
to
good enough, so you have to sleep with
describe
them.
the
What the
chilling
fuck?
events of that night.
You do anything particular with the head or the body? What did you do with the blood? What happened to all the blood?
It's still in there, still in the tote. There's a shower in the basement. You go in the next side over and I just dumped it out into the drain. There's probably still blood there.
What did you know?
Yeah. I drained his head. Well, like.
What do you mean you drained his head? How do you drain someone's head?
Bucket, but there's still blood in this bucket because it's coming out of the head. Should have took the brains out, but I didn't do that. And then
Don't take a fucking
He
brains.
cleaned his head in the shower.
Bro, take about taking
and
brains.
then dumped the bucket. Oh.
Not only is Taylor comfortable with dismembering and beheading her former lover, but it seems she was also fine with draining and washing his head, and possibly even removing his brain. It's unclear why she felt the need to do this right now, as things really aren't adding up. She had already discarded and hidden the rest of the body, so if she was attempting to hide it, then she would want to dispose of the head too. There is something much deeper at play here, and the detective is desperate to figure out what.
So when he put the chain on his neck, he thought that you guys were going to have kinky
What I'm
sex.
saying, like,
You think that's what
dick
that
wasn't
is?
good enough, bro. There ain't no way you were killing me over that shit.
I was gonna do the same thing. I was going in, and I did. And I went in.
Oh.
But then he was like, choke me. But he didn't really say it, so I'm like, he put it on his neck. I already know I'm gonna choke him. And I did.
But before the chain went around his neck, were you
Before it was
in
getting
chat, like kissing
something.
or any foreplay or anything?
No, we were chilling at home.
You just chill. So all of a sudden, the chain went around his neck.
Yeah.
How come? I'm just trying to get.
Before you was
He
getting
liked it.
some pleasure or some shit.
I was gonna
You
walk
like,
him
fuck
like a
it.
dog.
Hold this.
And he wanted
Hold this.
that?
Yeah, you like the
No,
pick.
yeah.
Nah,
We're gonna do it
man.
anyway.
Nah, man.
Okay.
I keep laughing, bro.
And you're gonna claim it was his
God
idea.
will punish you.
No, it's a good idea.
God will punish you. You would. Hey.
Right. So you're on the bed. The chain goes around his neck, and you start choking him. And you just realized that he was gonna die, or what?
I'm just like, shit. I think I went a little too far because I was blacking out while I was doing it, right? And then like, fuck. And then like, I look at him, I'm like, shit, he's already purple. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know if he's fucking.
You went.
Is he good? Is he good? But then like when I woke up, like during the blackout moment, I'm like, shit. I didn't mean for all this to happen, and I'm like, I fucked up. I know I fucked up. I'm like, shit.
There ain't no
Yeah,
point in me talking.
I'm sorry.
Bruh, You didn't mean for this. You took
This
something
is the
head.
closest Taylor
What are you
has
talking
come
about?
to remorse in the entire interrogation, but it's so heavily undermined by everything else she said, it's impossible to believe she's being genuine.
insane.
It's likely that she's only saying this because she knows that showing some remorse could help her defense and get her a lighter sentence. In fact, throughout the entire interrogation, it seems as though she's been attempting to do this very thing. Taylor's story is that she got home with Shad and almost immediately grabs the chain and started choking him. Then she suddenly blacked out, saw him dead in front of her, and despite not wanting him to be dead, didn't call an ambulance and instead dismembered him, played with his body, and then laughed about it with police. These don't sound like the actions of an innocent
Girls are scary,
person,
bro.
and the detectives don't think so either. The case was brought to
Imagine if they
trial
get
almost
like, what the
immediately,
fuck needs to
where
get
Taylor
killed?
would continue to show just how insane she really is. Take a look at her demeanor as Shad's best friend testified in front of court.
When I got there, we were just chilling, chopping it up, like how we always do. And basically,
Why do you say chopping it up? Your bro got chopped up. She's laughing, bro.
like, Taylor was asking, like, do you wanna hang out with Shad? She was asking me, like, for consent to hang out with Shad, to bring him over. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
This behavior continued for the entire trial so far.
Kill
as
her!
She smiled,
Look at her
smirked,
laughing.
and
Oh my
laughed her
goodness.
way through the whole thing. But it seems that this didn't give the jury a great impression of her, as she found out when the verdict was cast.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's the only way, definitely.
First verdict reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor Denise Shabusiness, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of
Oh,
the
now you're on the
information.
switch up, you dumb bitch. Yeah, yeah.
This
Now your
date,
face on the
July
chain.
26th, 2023, signed by the foreperson.
Taylor Shabusiness was convicted of first-degree murder, mutilating a corpse, and sexual assault. As of this video's upload, she's awaiting her sentence, but is facing life in prison,
Only
or
life.
even the death sentence.
Good!
If you enjoy
Killer!
true crime videos like
Killer!
this, make
She's
sure you're
mad.
subscribed to
She's
see
mad.
more.
Killer. Crazy bat. Look at her laughing. You killed someone over dick because he didn't have good dick. Probably didn't have good dick. That's why you killed him. Bat.